What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, the road to WrestleMania. And having finished up Triple H's road yesterday, it is time for a new road. The road of the straight-edge superstar, best in the world, the Paul Heyman guy. It's CM Punk. Hey, Cole Cabana, how you doing? CM Punk time.
I don't drink, and I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. My addiction is wrestling. With no toxins and no distractions, I've been able to make an impact in World Wrestling Entertainment. But I still want to go farther. I have a feeling it won't be an easy path. I welcome the bumps on my road to WrestleMania.
The one thing that CM Punk wanted was the actual main event, and he never got it. What a waste.
Hello and welcome to ECW. We've officially begun the road to WrestleMania. I'm Joey Styles, seated next to ECW icon Taz.
What a night we have planned, Joey. It's gonna be off the hook.
Two of the best young superstars in sports entertainment squaring off in what's sure to be a classic match.
Remember separate announce teams in video games? Remember that? Anyway, let's see what Week 1 has to offer for Mr. CM Punk. Oh, Jeff Hardy. Alright, there's an age-old feud for you. The enigmatic enigma of Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. Good times, good times. Anyway, welcome to a fine Saturday. It's the weekend. It's still, oh, hey, Pyro. It's still the weekend. The weekend is still happening on this show. And there is a very slim amount of wrestling news here. And that was Tony Chimmel. There's a very slim amount of wrestling news here on this fine Saturday weekend day and whatnot. Kind of not much going on, if you will, but, you know, we still have some stuff here to discuss as soon as we get both guys in the ring here, I suppose. Now, this is like Money in the Bank era CM Punk, I think. Like 08 and whatnot. So, first of all, that is a terrible t-shirt. Second of all, it's like, yeah, this is CM Punk in like 08. So, does this storyline actually end up with the main event of WrestleMania, or is it like a mid-card feud deal? Does it actually go all the way to the main event, or is it like, oh, you're going for the IC belt type thing? Because I don't know. I haven't played the game before, so I don't know what these stories hold. That's kind of the appeal here, is that I'm kind of getting it through, you know, fresh eyes for the first time in this thing with CM Punk. So, sure, why not? Long-haired CM Punk. Here we go. Anyway, your one kind of singular weirdo news story thing of the day is that there will be a mystery wrestling company taping in Nashville at the end of March. And the names that I've seen announced, the ones that I recognized, were James Storm and the son of Brian Pillman, right? Were the names that I recognized that are going to be at this mystery TV taping. I say TV taping, right? And it might remain a mystery, or well, I'm sure we'll find out eventually, right? But they won't tell you what it is. They won't tell you who it is. And anyone who goes to this taping has to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Now, granted, it's wrestling fans, right? It's the internet. Keeping actual secrets on the internet, kind of difficult, as it turns out. So I'm sure, at the very least, the name of this thing will get out there at the end of March, despite having everybody sign a non-disclosure agreement. That would not surprise me in the least. But one has to wonder. You're taping this supposed thing in Nashville, right? So does it involve Dixie Carter? Does it involve Billy Corrigan? Does it involve Jeff Jarrett in some way? Do we have the return of Jeff Jarrett in a third thing? In a third thing. Time to go to sleep, Jeff Hardy. Time to go to sleep. Pop, pop. In your face. 1, a 2. Nope. Only one go to sleep so far. I'm sure it'll be like having to hit all those multiple pedigrees. And then eventually get him busted open. But yeah, so that's kind of the only kind of real details here on this thing thus far. But would not surprise me to see either Dixie or Jarrett or Billy involved in this thing in some way. Because we know it's not going to be that RO Lux thing, that weird lucha thing. that's all like the ex-people who used to be the TNA production. It's not them, because they obviously would announce what it was, because they've already done tapings of that Aro Lux, or Aro Lucha thing. That's already been done, like, so that wouldn't be surprising. So, the mystery, one would imagine it's a new thing, and it's, not Impact, and not Global Force, and not, one of those things. So, who is taping Mystery Wrestling with James Storm at the end of March? Hopefully, we'll find out at the end of March. But until then, it's still a mystery, etc., etc. So, look, all competition is good. If somebody else can get themselves on TV for wrestling, that's good. That brings the whole business up as a whole. Because right now, there's nobody even coming close to touching WWE. And you know how Vince kind of just gets a bit lazy, or, lackadaisical, and does other things like, say, the XFL when he's bored and has money. So, actual competition, get some fire in those guys from somebody, would be a good thing. We'll see. It could flop, whatever it is. Whatever mystery thing it happens to be could totally flop. Because running an independent wrestling company, as Billy Corrigan apparently will tell you, is a money sink. It's a money pit. You're just dumping money into it, hoping it goes somewhere, and it usually does not. It's usually hard to pay guys. Just ask Paul Heyman. Anyway, speaking of Paul Heyman, guys, and whatnot, how many go to sleeps? Jeff Hardy. He did that. He hit that. 1, a 2. Really? Really? I mean, I know we're extreme here on ECW, but also, when was Jeff Hardy on ECW? I don't remember that at all. That was like a SmackDown thing, wasn't it? It was Punk and Hardy on SmackDown, not on ECW, but I could be misrecalling the information. It's been a while. It's been over 10 years, so, memory on... My memory on guys... Any kind of ice. Make him tap. He tapped. My memory on guys, who were in there in certain years is fine. My memory on what brand they were on is just gone.
Superstars did not disappoint. That was one heck of a match. I hope they mix it up against who?
I couldn't agree more, partner.
Like, if you were to say, this guy, this year, what brand? I could not tell you, for the most part. Could not tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is ECW. Tonight we get to see the
Who is the champion? Is it Bobby Lashley? Oh no, it's Tommy!
Joey, kind of like me.
It's that dedication that's endeared him to the ECW fans.
Best in the world!
You pulled out a lucky win last week, punk.
Somebody once told me, if you're good, you don't need luck.
I doubt you're good enough to beat me again.
I'm standing right in front of you. If you feel lucky.
This is
Do ya?
ECW. We solve disputes the extreme way. If you two want to go at it again, what about an Extreme Rules match tonight? I'll even give the winner a shot at my ECW championship at the Royal Rumble.
Let's do it.
I'm in, but just know this, Jeff Hardy. When I go extreme, I don't hold back.
Yeah. You tell him, CM Punk. You tell him. We have a note. If I really want to get extreme in this match, I should try to put Jeff Hardy through a table. Optional goal. Okay, sure. Fine. So I'm assuming the chances are this road to WrestleMania ends up with CM Punk as the ECW champion. And not, any other major belt in any major capacity. But hey, it is what it is. That's how video games do sometimes. It's a bit too early for CM Punk to kind of be on the cover of the game. That was 13, so we're still a number of years away from that whole bit of pipe bomb business, if you will. Anyway, I've seen some news sites reporting on some random YouTube guy who's saying that yes, WrestleMania will have pyro this year. Now, how reliable this random YouTube guy is, I have no idea, and why the news sites are reporting it as news when it's just some guy. Like, I'm some guy on YouTube, you know, that doesn't put any stock into what I say. Seriously. I don't have any sources or news scoops. I wouldn't, I don't know. So that's kind of that whole thing. But the thing is, they said it will have the same set designer as last year. And that it will be a less elaborate set, but it will have pyro. Now, we'll see whether or not that comes true. Now, you would imagine on their biggest show of the year, speaking of Jeff Jarrett from yesterday, slap nuts. That if you're gonna have one show have pyro, it would be your biggest show of the year. Seriously, if one show had it, it would be Mania. Now, personally, I would have said, all right, do it on your big four, like your big four shows would be a smart move, but apparently that is not the case. Anyway, so we'll see whether or not Mania has pyro or not. And Jeff Hardy trying to get the fans or recoup his health or whatever. I have a garbage can, so get hit with a garbage can. It's Extreme Rules. It's extreme. I can keep on using it and not just use it 3 times and then throw it down, which is, you know, the 2K way. That's not how garbage cans work, 2K. Anyway, actually, it's like once in 2K because it just breaks and you can't use it anymore, which is, even then. Anyway, that is kind of the thing going on there. Is that a mop? It's Moppy! It's Moppy! You're welcome. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of where that's at with that supposed thing supposedly for Pyromania. But man, imagine if they actually go through with it. Oh, there's a table. They go through with it. They bring back the pyro, but then they only give it to Roman Reigns and Ronda Rousey, because that'd be so just what they would do, because Vince would be hilarious. But in any event, if we get pyro, that means pyro for, you know, Brock and AJ and who else? Well, obviously Roman, but you know, there are guys that have entrances that need pyro. If the rumors of Goldberg being in that Battle Royal are true, and you give Goldberg his pyro, because he's Goldberg. So, remains to be seen. That's kind of my thoughts on that whole thing. And if random YouTuber is actually being factual, cool. Because we need that pyro back for at least your grandest. It can't be the grandest stage of them all if you don't actually put on some pyro. Come on now. Table finisher. Putting him through a table. Boom! And then pin the man. And then pin the man. 1, a 2. Good God Almighty, how? The resiliency, the determination, the tenacity, the heart of Jeff Hardy. Super kick party. 1, 2. Nope. Alright. Didn't do it. Straight edge superstar needs to hit him with more straight edges. Clearly. Anaconda Vice. Here we go. Anaconda Vice. I'll make you tap. Give up. In a pool of his own blood. The Crimson Mask.
These two left it all in the ring. That's for sure. What a match.
Now I, as CM Punk, get to face Tommy Dreamer
Earning a shot
at the Rumble.
ECW Championship will help CM Punk's healing process.
Best in the world! Bonus unlock CM Punk alternate attire in other game modes. Not this one, so it is what it is.
ECW is live. Along with Taz, I'm Joey Styles, calling the action. CM Punk and Jeff Hardy have tangled the
Oh.
but tonight they're teaming up.
Holla holla.
They can coexist against some very stiff competition.
Phone call. Voicemail.
I hear we're pairing up tonight against Burke and Morrison. Listen, I got a little banged up after our Extreme Rules match last week. If we want to beat these guys, we should probably limit my ring time. You know me, though. I'll do my best.
Spoiler, I'm not going to tag you in, Jeff Hardy. Don't worry about it. Not a problem. That will be tomorrow. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. I'll see you next time, right here on this channel, and I'm out.